Hello. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's get to sharing and having the conversation. We're talking about crypto and taxes today. Crypto and taxes. I know that's not a sexy subject, and I know there's some people like, what? Why are we talking about taxes? Because I don't want you to have to spend money that you don't need to spend. I don't want you to mess around and miss out on opportunities. Welcome, LaRon. I don't want you to mess around and miss out on opportunities to be able to use some of your losses, okay, in the future. I want you to be able to know what's available to you and what's not. I do have to say this up front. Y'all, I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not welcome, Ronald. I'm not a tax strategist. I'm an investor just like everybody else. Okay, welcome, Beverly. I see you. I'm an investor just like everybody else. The reason why I'm sharing this though is because there's a lot of stuff that I did not know about taxes. Okay, as it pertains to the cryptocurrency market and with me being an entrepreneur as well. Welcome, BIG, right? Me being an entrepreneur, there were things that I learned in 2023 and in 2024, and then in 2025, there was some other things that I learned. So instead of me, you having to experience what I experienced, where you just learning a little bit here and then a little bit here and everything, hopefully the goal is after this live, you have more questions that you can go to your tax preparer, your accountant, your tax strategist, and you can actually bring them legit questions because now you have an idea of what to ask. Okay, that is the goal. Is go to them with an idea of what to ask. Okay, so again, welcome, Swift Warrior. I am not a financial advisor either at this time. The time is coming, but right now, Leon is not a financial advisor. Okay. So anything that I share tonight is because I have done research, I have done my part. These things are some of the things that I have personally experienced. There is a lot of reading that I've done. Welcome, Kevin. And I just want to make sure that I pass it on so that way now y'all know what you're supposed to be looking for. Okay. So as you're coming in, I see you on YT, I see you on T2. As you're coming in, go ahead, tap it up real quick on YT, thumbs up. Okay, give it the thumbs up real quick. Okay, welcome, Gut Check. I see you. Give it a thumbs up real quick. If you have been on any of my lives before, then guess what? Y'all already know what it is. This is our goals here. Bam. Number one is to grab your heartbeat. Okay. Thank you so very much. I see you. Number two, the live goal here, as far as likes go, the live goal is 75K. If you have been here before, what I'm asking on TT and also on YT is to share. Okay, Warrior Jelly, I see you. Now, if you've never been on here before, especially for my people on TT, if you've never been here before, what you can do is you can hit the repost button. Okay, so you don't have to feel pressure to be like, I don't know you like that, Leona. I ain't ready to share yet. You don't have to share, but you can repost. And what it does is the algorithm sends out or it triggers the algorithm to send out this live to the FYP. Okay. And then of course the goal is to engage. So seeing comments. All right. So that way I can know that I'm not talking to myself. I see you, L. Welcome, Charity. Thank you for the repost too. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not talking to myself. So that's why I ask people to engage. Make a comment, even if it's just coming in and saying, hey, Leona, what's going on? Or letting me know where you're tuning in from. As a matter of fact, type in the chat what city, what state, what country you are tuning in from. So that way I know and I can shout you out. All right, so now we got all the formal stuff out the way, right? Hey. I had to get that gum out my mouth. I don't like when I'm talking and I can see the gum. It's kind of like when I do a presentation. I don't like that. She said, Maryland, welcome, Nanette. Welcome, Wade. What's going on? I see you. All right. So, again, y'all, the information I'm talking about is strictly for education because I'm not a tax professional. I don't do taxes. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax strategist, any of that. Welcome, Primella. Welcome, Nate. Thank you so very much for liking the live. I appreciate y'all. Let's keep it going. Let's get to 1,000 real fast, like as soon as possible. can get to 1,000 in the next 5 minutes, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I appreciate y'all for liking the live right now. Okay. So we're going to be talking about crypto taxes. We're going to talk about some taxable events. Okay. We're going to talk about ways that we can properly prepare for those taxes as crypto investors. We're going to talk about crypto capital gains when we are talking about crypto. I'm also going to show y'all on, hey, Nate said, let's get this money. That's right. That is right. I'm also going to show y'all on the IRS website what they're looking for. And they have the forms. Welcome, Rick. So that way it's not an excuse. You can't say, oh, I didn't know. If you've been on my live today, or if you watch the replay, you can tune into the replay if you can't be here the whole time on YT and on TT. Okay. If you can't be here the whole time, this is being recorded on my YouTube channel. That's Prosperity Calls. Prosperity Calls. So the same name that you see here on TT is the same name on YT. Okay. So if you can't be here the whole time, welcome, Buster. Then you can go to YT and watch the replay. Cool. All right. And YT, y'all already know what it is. Subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and also hit that notification bell if you are not part of the community and you want to know when I am going live, okay? And especially if you're finding this helpful, anything that I share with y'all, yay, y'all got to the 1K right at 610. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get to 5. Let's get to 5 real quick, okay? If you find anything helpful that I share with you guys, then feel free to share, because sharing is caring. I'm sharing with y'all things about taxes that I did not know, that I learned the hard way. Thank God there are some things I didn't have to learn the hard way financially, but there's some things that I've learned the hard way. Welcome, Spoiled KP. Okay, quick question, real quick, because let's see how many people are actually involved in the crypto space. If you have, it does look different. My background looks different, y'all, because I am in my office. So yes, Prosperity Calls has now set up shop, have a whole office in the state of Louisiana. So it's no more just being at home. Okay. I am now officially in my office. So yeah, this way I don't have to worry about, y'all won't have to worry about my dog barking. My little one jumping in and trying to tell everybody what to do. All right. So that's why my background looks different. Thank you so very much for sharing. Thank you, Wade. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that so far has commented, because I did put it on a couple of social media platforms. So everybody that's commented and just said congratulations, I appreciate y'all, because this has been a long time coming. For my people who don't know, this is your first time tuning into any of my lives. I did a little over 20 years in the Army. And so those people who were active duty in the military, y'all know how it is. You're moving from state to state, country to country every 2 to 3 years. So finally be able to, what's going on, Momo? Welcome. Thank you so very much for the follow. I see you. Welcome, Payne. For my people who were in the military, y'all know, you're constantly moving. So there's no point in getting comfortable in a space. At least to me, I just felt like there was no point in getting comfortable in a space. Welcome, Growing. Welcome, D. Carlos Walter. I see you. So now that both of us are retired, both of us are retired. Lord. Okay. That's one of them. Got it. But now that both of us are retired and we're officially, welcome, Reginald, we're officially going to be here in the state of Louisiana. This is where we're living. This is where we're building our home, all of that good stuff. It was like, okay, now it's time to make this thing official and get in office away from the house. Welcome, Theophilus. I hope I said your name right. All right. So, yeah. So, with that being said, I had a question for everybody, okay? Question. If you have not put a dime into the crypto market, can you please put the number 1 in the chat? Okay? Put the number 1 in the chat. I got a question for y'all in a second, but before I ask that question, I really want to just see where everybody's at. Welcome, Totally Rocco. I see you. Uh, let's make it official. Yes, yes. Put the number 1 in the chat, or if you're watching a replay on YT, put the number 1 in the comments. If you have never ever put a dime into the cryptocurrency market, but you're curious, like you want to invest, you just want to know a little bit more, put the number 1 in the chat. Okay. Put the number 2 in the chat if you have put some money into the cryptocurrency market, but you don't really know what you're doing. Like, I'm here, but child, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm figuring it out. I'm over here just learning as I go. Welcome, CJ. Welcome, Demoria. Thank you so very much for the follow. Okay. Put the number 2 in the chat if that applies to you. You put some money into the crypto market, but you don't know what you're doing. You're learning, but you don't know what you're doing. Okay. Put the number 2 in the chat. I see you, C and J Gracious. Okay, thank you. All right. Put the number 3 in the chat if you have been in the cryptocurrency market for at least 1 year. You have an idea of what you're doing, but you're like, I still need to learn. I need to do some more. Welcome, little Timmy. I see you. Okay. Charity said 2.5. Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay, put the number 3 in the chat. If you've been in for at least 1 year, you're still learning, but you know what you're doing a little bit, right? But you're still learning. Okay, Wade said 3. So we got 2s and 3s. Put the number 4 in the chat. If you have been in this crypto market for 5 years or greater, you're like, nah, I got this. Okay. Say I'm ready. I'm still a student, but but I'm still gonna say, hey, look, I know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. SRPs is said 4. Okay. All right. There we go. So we got 2, 3, and 4. So we don't have anybody right now that is like has not put any money into it. So what I'm gonna do is these crypto 101s, y'all know, is for people who have never ever put money into the market or they're number 2s. Okay. When I go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Welcome, Tar Heel. I see you. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so for my people who put 3s and 4s, okay, if you're gonna help me with this, because I love help. Okay, welcome JoJo, welcome Tim. Thank you so very much for the like. I love help, right? So if you're gonna help, please, if you use any type of crypto jargon, I ask that you make sure you break it down to where a beginner can understand. Okay. Thank you so very much for grabbing the heart, me Tar Heel. I appreciate you. XRP said always a great live show. Thank you. I appreciate that, XRPZ. I appreciate that. What's going on, K Mom? Welcome. Okay. Hey, and Tar Heel made it to level 4. Yay. Good job. Good job. Okay. Thank you so very much for liking the live, y'all. The next goal is 5K. 5K. Let's get the 5K real quick. Okay. So that's who this is for. Welcome, Miss Martine. I see you. Hey, hey. Hope you've been having a great day. Thank you for grabbing your heart. I appreciate you. What's going on, y'all? Having a great evening. Okay. So this is for both YT and TT. Welcome, Kim. I see you. Thank you, Heina, for the follow. I appreciate you. Hey, I am Shanae. Thank you for grabbing the heartbeat. I appreciate you. Hey, girl. All right. So we're talking crypto in Texas. Again, for my people who are experienced. Okay. You gave me the number 3 and the number 4 in the chat. What I'm asking for y'all to do is make sure that hey, we're not doing the tagging or whatever without saying something, Heiner. Won't do that in here, okay? So if you want to talk to us, make sure you put a comment in the chat, okay? Let us know what you're talking about. Welcome, E-Nurse Hub. I see you, okay? All right, so now we got that out the way. We know who number 1, we know number 2s, and I remember I am Shanae said number 2. Thank you so very much for the finger hearts. I appreciate you. I am Shanae. And then we have our 3s and our 4s. Okay. So with that being said, I have a question for my people who gave me the 2, 3, and 4. Okay. If you made money in the crypto market last year, do you know exactly what you owe in taxes, if any? Or are you hoping it'll just work itself out? Welcome, Donna Go. If you made money in the crypto market last year, 2025. Okay. Do you know exactly what you owe in taxes, if any, or are you hoping it'll just work itself out? Let me know in the chat. Welcome, Era Jim. I think that's what it said. It went away. They said, I'm hoping and praying. I'm hoping and praying. SRPZ said, we all thank you so very much. I am Shanae. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Said we owe our souls to Texas every year. Man, you ain't lying, bro. I was talking to some of my, you know, community members that live in Europe, right? Welcome, Jack. And they were telling me how like the one of the stock brokerages that they use, that they are now adding more tax just for using the platform. This is not including like your capital gains tax. Like I think she said it was 25%. They were added just for whole. And I was like, God dang, you already gotta pay when you have capital gains, like when you gain. And then you got to pay to use the platform 25%. I was like, boy, they ain't playing over there in Europe. But I was like, we ain't no better over here. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, SRP said property tax, social security tax, sales tax, breathing tax, death tax. Well, I went through a tax class with I don't know if anybody ever followed Miss Business, but she's an accountant, right? She's a CPA. And so she does tax strategies and everything. And so she had like a whole 5 day, thing. And I'm on there. And when she said death tax, I was like, whoa, 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 wait, what? I got to pay taxes, or my family has to pay taxes when I die? Said, man, I had to pay last year, but I have a tax man now. Okay, good, good. Welcome, Leah. That's good. I'm telling y'all, I know for some folks, look, some people don't like to talk about money. But before I get into these texts, I got to tell y'all, welcome, Joe, welcome, RB's Marine. I got to tell y'all, if you don't want to talk about money, okay, especially when it's going to help you to save, all right, and to prevent you from having to pay more than you should be paying, welcome, Lenny. Y'all, there's something deep rooted that you're gonna have to work on there. Okay. And truth be told, if you have that feeling like it's a negative association with talking about money, more than likely you're gonna repel money. So you're less likely to be able to earn more because you have a negative feeling attached to money. Okay. We don't want that. All right. We don't want that. Welcome to CS Chicago. Okay. Thank you so very much. Oh, I appreciate you. I am Shanae. He said breathing text. Yes, he said breathing text. SRP's on here tripping, but he ain't lying though. So listen, y'all. Tonight we're gonna break down how crypto taxes actually work for us. Okay. Again, y'all, I'm not a tax person. All right. I'm sharing stuff because I do a lot of reading. Like I told y'all, I paid to be part of this 5 day tax. I forgot what it was called. It wasn't a boot camp, but it was like a workshop or whatever. But it was 5 days, and I paid for that. So it's not like I learned this stuff for free. I learned some stuff for free. Say, well, he a hustle man, sis. So I'm definitely scared, man. I'm gonna send you my chick. I'm gonna send you the person that I use. All right, because they've been doing my tech. And I am Shanae said I'm a tax preparer, but I haven't had any clients that are crypto investors. So this is okay, cool. And I am Shanae. I can see you a young lady. She does she's really heavy into crypto, and she's a tax preparer too. So and she posts a lot of stuff on her page about crypto and taxes and everything. So I think that'll be good for you to just kind of go on there and check her out. I'll send it to you. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'll send it to you. Let me write it down. Hold on. Look, I already know. So I don't forget. So that way you'll be good. And then Wade, like I said, I send you my person. Because she been doing our taxes for like 5, 6 years out of Augusta. So she's really great. Like that lady knows what she's doing. She's been doing ours forever. So And then wait. Yeah, I seen you her stuff though. Wait. All right. Thank you so very much, James. All right, so let's get to it. Again, I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not an accountant. I don't do tax strategies. Like I said, okay, I got you, Charity. So I sent it to you too. Yeah, because they because we've been in crypto for a minute, they've learned the hard way with us. So we were like, they're test dummies, you know what I'm saying? And so now they know how to do it, you know what I'm saying? So that worked out. You said this is not financial advice. That's right, y'all. This is not financial advice, okay? Everything that I share with y'all tonight, like I said in the beginning, welcome, Pablito. I see you. Welcome, CD. Everything that I share with y'all tonight is simply from experience, things that I have read on my own, articles, all kind of stuff. Okay, so I want to make sure y'all got it. Okay, the goal is for y'all to be a bit more aware. Okay, be a bit more aware, and then y'all can go to y'all tax professional and ask them questions that you need answers to because that's not my lane. Okay, if it's something I don't know, I'm gonna tell you I don't know. All right, welcome TM78, and I'll tell y'all real fast, but you might want to talk to a tax professional. That's why I mentioned Jessica Pennington is her last name. She does a whole lot of tax preparation and crypto conversations because she's also an investor in the cryptocurrency market. Okay. So we're going to talk about crypto taxes, like I said, how they actually work, what counts as a taxable event, and then why people, tend to get surprised even when they didn't mean to do anything wrong. So we're going to move through it. All right. I already talked about that. The whole I got notes, y'all, so that way I don't get off track. Y'all know how I am. Those of y'all that's been on here before, y'all know how I am. I make sure I have notes because I'll be gone like this. Welcome, Mr. Bass. Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. Okay. Here's kind of like why crypto taxes feel so confusing to a lot of us, because it was to me for a very long time. Most people don't like try to avoid, or most people don't avoid. Let me say that because I just said try and that just made my skin crawl. Most people don't avoid taxes as a crypto investor because they're lazy. Okay. The reason that some avoid it is because it just feels like this one big unknown. I know for us, we didn't know that we were supposed to be reporting. And then once we finally started getting the 1099, I should have wrote it down, but whatever the letter is for us, it's 1099, whatever. Okay. Once we started getting that from like Coinbase and I got it from Cash App as well. That's when I knew, oh shoot, I'm supposed to be sending this in. So that's why I said, y'all, we were the test dummies with our tax people out of Augusta. Welcome, Roy, because they didn't have anybody else that was investing in the cryptocurrency market that were their consistent clients like us, right? And so once I started getting those 1099s and stuff from Coinbase and Cash App, welcome, Sophie. I I was like, yeah, and then they sent the letter back. It was like, you need to fix this. Because I reported my neighbors the other day. What? You reported your neighbors the other day. Oh my gosh. I need to slow down. What's going on, Sophie? Happy Thursday. Um, so yeah, so that's the reason why I'm sharing this, y'all, because we had to learn the hard way. It actually held up our taxes being processed because the information wasn't properly documented by the tax preparers. But like I said, welcome, Gloria. Thank you for the follow. But like I said, it's because they didn't know. We were the first clients that they had. Welcome, Mary. Thank you for the follow. We're the first clients that they had that are crypto investors, and was sending them documentation to report the transactions that we made in that year, right? That first year. And I think the first time I reported was either 2022 or 2023, one of the two. So yeah, welcome Island Boy. Thank you so very much for the follow. Okay. Thank y'all. We almost at 10K. Come on, y'all. We can get it. We can get it. Y'all push us past 5K real quick. And I love that. So let's get to 10K. Okay. But yeah, so it's just pretty much the thing that there are times where people will avoid, what feels complicated. How many of you have ever avoided something because it feels complicated? Give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat if you've ever avoided something because it's like too much. It's too much going on. I feel like it's just, I can't figure it out and I'm not about to keep doing this. It's too complicated for me. Got my head hurting over here, child. Right? Like, I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Wade said, yeah, Island Boy said me, Wade, yep, Glory, yes, me, definitely. Right? Nobody likes that. Okay. How many of you have at some point procrastinated when you felt shame? Like you didn't want to say that you didn't know. So you just kind of was like, well, I get to it later. I get to it later. You just put it off, put it off, put it off, and then it didn't happen. Type me or give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. If you procrastinated when you felt like, I should know this, but I don't know this, you don't want to ask a question because you don't want to sound stupid or you feel like you're going to sound stupid, right? Jerry said, no, but I should have got my head busted. I'm telling you, life will definitely teach you a lesson. Gloria said me, Wade said me. I'm telling. I don't know if y'all know, but I'm one of those people. I don't like to ask for help because I feel like I should be able to figure it out. I've been like that since I was a kid, though. So it's not like it's something I just adopted, and started being like that as an adult. No, I've been like that since I was a kid. Welcome, Dance Monkey Brand. What's going on? Right? I've been like that forever. Welcome, Sam. All right. How many of you have ever froze up when you fear that there's a big bill coming or you see that there's a big bill? You're like, what the heck? What the hell? How many of you froze up? Now I ain't gonna lie, Oleona was a hot mess, truth be told. Like, you know how you try to tell yourself, I got it together, I got it. No, you don't. No, you don't. You look back and you be like, God, oh yeah, you didn't have it together at all. Wait, me. He said, if you want it done wrong, do it yourself. Right. Right. And y'all, truth be told, since becoming an investor, like serious investor, and then becoming an entrepreneur right after that, in the same year, I'm telling y'all, like, there are so many things that I've had to learn about myself. Welcome, Watkins Realtor. I appreciate you. Said, man, I be tackling, I'll freeze up. I'm in the you say you the guinea pig? Yeah, true. I can see that for you, Charity. She like, I got it. Welcome, Kirtland, a young senior. I see you. Thank you so very much for the repost. You know what I'm saying? But there are some people out there like that. Now, you may still be in that position today, or they may be the person of the past. The reason why I'm bringing this up, y'all, is because there are things that come. There are consequences that come with us procrastinating. There are consequences, and I'm talking about financial consequences, okay, that come with us procrastinating, avoiding, or allowing fear to paralyze us, okay? So instead of us being like, I don't know, we can have the conversations amongst each other. Y'all, this is a safe space. I'm going to say it every single time. There's no such thing as a stupid question, okay? If you really don't know, ask the question. Welcome, Raymond. I'm going to tell y'all, if I don't know, I'm going to tell you I don't know, but I can refer you to a person that may know that answer, okay? And if y'all can't stay the whole time on TT, y'all, I'm going live right now on YT as well. So my YT channel name is the same as here on TT. It's Prosperity Calls. So y'all can go back and watch the replay and, break it down however many minutes at a time you can, that you can watch it, okay? So that way you don't feel like, oh shoot, I'm gonna miss out. I got it. If you at work or whatever, if you're driving, please be safe. All that good stuff. Thank you very much, Patty, for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay. So don't feel like you're gonna miss the whole conversation, especially if you have something that you have to do. I appreciate you coming in, but you can tune in to the replay on YT. Okay. Prosperity Calls. All right. So be honest though. All right. Have you ever, or do you do this now, avoid taxes because of the math? Or have you ever, or do it now, avoid taxes because of the fear of what you might find? Type it in the chat. Have you ever, or do you now, avoid taxes because of the math? Like you already know the numbers is like, or have you ever, or do you now avoid taxes because of fear of what you might find? Charity said, heck no, I'm not trying to get Wesley Snipes. Listen, because I don't play them games, y'all. I ain't missed a year at all. Thank y'all so very much for getting us to 10K. I appreciate it. Now let's get to 20. So I think both for me. Okay, cool. Patty said no, not yet anyways. Okay, cool. All right. So if you have, y'all, don't feel bad. We're human beings. Okay. But here's the thing. When we know better, we do what? We do better. When we know better, welcome Real Talk. When we know better, we do better. So tonight, we're going to learn so we can do better. Okay? Now, in the U.S., because I reside in the United States, so this is specifically for U.S. residents. I cannot speak about any other country because I do not reside there. And like I said in the beginning, y'all, I'm not a tax preparer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax strategist. I am an investor just like the rest of y'all. All right. Only thing is, I've been doing my research. I've experienced some stuff as an investor that was filing tax, that has filed taxes in the past, and I want to make sure that what I know I pass on. So hopefully y'all don't make the same mistakes that we made. Okay. So in the United States, the IRS treats crypto specifically like property, not cash. Okay. I did not know that. For the longest, welcome Frank, welcome LS the winner. Okay. And this comes from the IRS notice. You can write this down so you can go and read it for yourself. You're not guessing. You're not saying, well, Leona said, nope, I want you to read it for yourself. You can Google IRS notice 2014-21. I'm going to say it again. If you want to know how the IRS treats cryptocurrency, you can Google IRS notice 2014-21. Here in a minute, y'all, I'm going to show y'all on the IRS website how they tell us that we are able to report our cryptocurrency. Welcome, Kerry Lewis. Okay? So again, this comes straight from the IRS. This is not something Leona made up. Okay? So taxes for us in a cryptocurrency market, it works more like stocks than like dollars. Okay? Keep that in mind. So that way that helps you with being able to know how to track your crypto, how to report your crypto, okay, to the IRS. All right. So that means for all of us that are crypto investors, because when I did the survey earlier or the poll earlier, we got the number 2s, 3s, and 4s. 2s are the people who said, I put some money into the cryptocurrency market. Welcome, Cashy. They put some money into the cryptocurrency market, but they had no clue what they're doing. Okay. Those are my 2s. My 3s said, hey, I've been here for at least a year. I don't really know what I would like to know, but I'm still learning. So I'm still putting money in the market. I'm still learning, but I don't know what I would like to know. Those are my number 3s. My number 4s said, hey, look, I've been doing this thing. I got it. Okay. I'm still a student. Don't get it twisted. But now I know what the heck I'm doing. Okay. Those are my number 4s. If anyone just joined and you are a person that said, I have not put any money into the cryptocurrency market yet, but I'm curious and I kind of want to do it, I just need to know more, give me the number 1 in the chat. Okay. So look, okay. Solo, I'm gonna just say that Solo gave the number 2. I see you. Welcome, Debbie. If you just joined, okay, and you're curious about crypto, you have not put a dime in here yet, but you're like, I kind of want to do it. I just need to know more. Put the number 1. The captain said 1. Gloria said 1. Okay, thank you, Debbie, for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, so now we have 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. So this is for every single one of us. Okay. Because before you get into the market, you need to know how the IRS is going to take your money. Okay. But you need to know also how they're expecting you to track it. Okay. So that way you save yourself some money, you save yourself some time, and you don't get locked up. All right. I don't need any ACONs in here. All right. If y'all know the sound, locked up. We don't need the clink clink. We don't need that. All right. So for us as crypto investors, thank you so very much for the follow. For every single one of us as crypto investors, it means for us every time we sell our crypto and get back US dollars and put it into our bank account, every time we trade our crypto, like we exchange it within a crypto exchange. Okay. Anytime we spend our crypto, meaning we make a purchase with our crypto, more than likely you see that within your crypto exchange as of right now, but integrity, if you spend your crypto, okay, the IRS wants you to track it because that is considered a taxable event. So if you're taking notes, if you're not driving, if you're not at work and you're taking notes, a taxable event is, I'm going to give you these 3 real quick, but we're going to go into it. When you sell your crypto and get back US dollars to put into your bank account, when you trade your crypto, you might exchange it for a different cryptocurrency. Okay. So you may exchange your USDC, which is a stable coin, for Bitcoin because the price dropped, right? That is a taxable event. Okay. And if you spend your crypto, so if you spend it on a product or service, all right, that means that is a taxable event. At the very least, y'all, those 3 things we need to make sure we know. If everyone has those 3, please give me the number 3 in the chat. Type the number 3 in the chat for me if y'all have those 3. And y'all know this is not some, super hype, you know what I'm saying, type of topic, but I want to make sure everybody good. Okay, gotcha. So thinking about crypto as a taxable event. Man, listen, the way these governments set up, man, you blink, you paying money. Well, thank you, Captain 1913, for the follow. Okay, cool. So before we move forward, did y'all know though that trading one coin for another one was considered a taxable event? Did y'all know that before tonight? That trading one cryptocurrency for another type of cryptocurrency was a taxable event. Did y'all know that before tonight? You may a yes in the chat or a no in the chat. Did you know that trading one cryptocurrency for another is considered a taxable event by the IRS? Did you know that before this live? Yes or no? Type it in the chat for me. Okay. See, I'm glad this is why we having the conversation, y'all. Yes, he said, and I wasn't sure until now. Okay, no, luckily I'm buying and holding. There we go, Patty. Yep. All cryptocurrency. That includes stable coins, y'all. That includes stable coins because that's cryptocurrency. Okay. Yep. So if you trade one for another, any cryptocurrency, that is considered by the IRS here in the United States a taxable event. Okay. Cool. So with that being said, let's go into what counts as a taxable event. So that way we all say boo. Julia said, what if I'm still negative 100K? Well, that means that you should have already filed that loss. If you haven't, what about tax shelters at a loss? A lot of y'all come in here. Y'all, hey, question. Yeah, so again, I'm not a tax professional. So I would say you might need to reach out to your whoever does your taxes and then ask them about is it possible for you to do the tax harvesting so that way you can actually record your loss. Okay, depending on what year that was. And I want to say it's like $3,000. And so if it's more than $3,000, it carries over each year, right? Until that loss is accounted for. Okay. So yeah, I would say give it your tax professional on that. Brick man, welcome. Okay. But yeah, so let's talk about what counts as a taxable event. Okay. Again, for my people who are just joining on TT and on YT, y'all, I am not a tax professional. I don't file taxes for anybody. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a tax strategist. I'm an investor just like everybody else. But here's the thing, I've had to learn the hard way on some stuff. So that's the reason why I've done my research. And then I'm sharing y'all from personal experience some stuff that I had to, to endure in being an investor and then filing my taxes. Okay, me and my husband. All right, so we want to, hey, Mr. Big, Mr. Big. They call him Mr. Big, Mr. Big, Mr. Big, but not because of my size. What's going on? So yeah, I want to make sure everybody knows that. So I'm not a financial advisor at this time, but I can definitely refer you to some people if you want to learn more about taxes because these people been doing this and continue to do this, and that's not my lane. Welcome, Ron. Welcome, Wanda. Okay. All right. So here are a few taxable events for us in a cryptocurrency market. Okay. Number one, first taxable event that we talked about is selling our cryptocurrency. Okay. Number one, taxable event is selling our cryptocurrency. Please make sure you write that down. Okay. So if you buy Bitcoin and then sell it later, however many years later, for more than what you bought it for, you have what we all know as a capital gain. Well, just like I said earlier, that the IRS does not look at crypto as dollars, it looks at it as property. So just like in the stock market, there's capital gains tax. Guess what we have to pay over here? Same thing. Okay. So number one of the first taxable events, according to the IRS in the cryptocurrency market, is if selling our cryptocurrencies. If you buy a coin and it stays at the price you bought it, then swipe it into a stable coin, no tax owed. Well, if you bought it and it stays at that price, there's no tax owed. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but you can do that too, though, because the stable coin, if it's still the same price and there's no gains, now you're putting in a stable coin. Stable coins, there's no gains or losses. So yeah, okay. But it's only if there's no gains, y'all. There cannot be any gains. All right. So selling crypto, that's number one. Our second, okay. As a matter of fact, let me just say this because I want to make sure people understand that. Let's say you bought your Bitcoin, you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin, okay? All right. And then when you sold it, you were able to receive back $150. So that means you had $50, a $50 gain. That $50 is taxable. Does everyone got it? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if you got it. Because we're on number one. Okay. If you got it, give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat. Yanks, yep. Wade, yep. Okay. Solo, yep. All right. Cool. Kiri, okay, I got you. All right. So that's our first taxable event for those of us that are investing in the cryptocurrency market. All right. Selling our cryptocurrency. The second taxable event for us that are in the crypto market, welcome Crypto Christy. The second taxable event for us is trading crypto for another crypto. Say, dang, if you make a dime, they want 7 cents, man. They want whatever they can get. Welcome, David. Welcome, Donna. They want whatever they can get. You hear me? They don't care. They want it all. Okay. Welcome, Group 7. All right. So our second taxable event for those of us that invest in the cryptocurrency market is trading one crypto for another. Okay. Ducky said, what if you sell but don't take it out of the exchange? They're going to, whatever that crypto exchange is, especially if it's a centralized crypto exchange, they're going to annotate that on your 1099. So regardless, you're going to the information is going to be on there. All right. And if you, I know you said if you sell but don't take it out of the exchange, you still had a gain. If it was a gain, you still had a gain. It's going to be documented. IRS want their money. Okay, they want their money. So trading crypto for another. All right, so let's say you traded Ethereum for Solana. Okay, you traded Ethereum for Solana. Welcome, Steve. That's like selling Ethereum to the IRS. That's like selling Ethereum to the IRS. So if you trade it, expect now. This is the thing, y'all. I want to be very clear on this. From what I have read so far, welcome, Nate. Thank you so very much for the harmony. I appreciate you. Welcome, Angel. What I have read so far, and this is my understanding. This is why I'm saying it again, because I see I got some new people in here, and I know y'all don't know me and everything. I want to make it perfectly clear, y'all. I am not a tax advisor. I don't prepare taxes. I'm not a tax strategist. I'm not a CPA. I am an investor just like y'all. Okay. But I have paid money to learn because I'm an investor and an entrepreneur. Okay. I paid money to learn so that way I know what questions to ask. And number two, I done made some mistakes because I didn't know. Okay. I didn't know. So that's the reason why I had to, that's the reason why I'm sharing this today. Okay. So with that being said, there's that. So with that being said, welcome Theo. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome Nita. Okay. So with that being said, if we sell our crypto or trade one cryptocurrency for another, again, that includes our stable coins. More than likely, from what I have read and how I understand it, okay, what I understand from this is that if you're doing that within your crypto exchanges, okay, because again, when you're in your own personal wallets, your private wallets, that's not visible to the IRS. But here's the thing, y'all, what they are expecting, or what the language that is being used is expected of us to have integrity, to say I exchange one crypto for another. Okay. Even though they cannot see it because it's in your hot or your cold wallet. What's going on, Gus? Welcome. That's what's up. Welcome. So is there I know that's why I did it. I started to do the whole spell out block, but I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm not about to do that. I need to stay focused. I can't get, caught up in those bots and trolls and stuff. So yeah, I'm good. Welcome, Joey. I see you. Okay. So everybody got it. That's our second taxable event, trading one cryptocurrency for another. Welcome, Big Bad Wolf. If you have that, give me the number 2 in the chat. Type the number 2 in the chat. If you're watching the replay, okay, on YT, type the number 2 in the comments. All right. Let me see. All right, Mr. Gus said 2. Okay. Yanks is live. I know you live. I see you. But I'm on YT as well. So for my people who cannot stay on TT the whole time, if you cannot watch the whole time, then you can tune in to my YouTube channel. You can watch the replay on there. It's Prosperity Cause as well. All right, Hide as well said 2. Okay, cool. So some of y'all got it. I hope the rest of y'all got it. Welcome, Nate. Okay. Oh, you're watching me live. Okay, I got you. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So that's our second taxable event. Welcome, JC. All right, our third taxable event is spending our cryptocurrency. Our third taxable event, according to the IRS here in the United States, welcome, Tripod. Our third taxable event is spending crypto. Okay. So when you buy something with cryptocurrency, it's considered disposing of it. All right. So I don't know if some of you were here. Welcome, VRV Soul. But this was like, I believe it was last week when I was talking about it, how we can buy into different companies with cryptocurrency. They allow us to use gift cards, okay, to make purchases. So we can put MGAK Doran, welcome. We can put we can put money onto a gift card, but we can use that cryptocurrency to do that. There are over 200 companies. If you go to, I believe it was BitPay. Let me pull it up real quick. Now that I don't brought it up, because I want welcome Willie. Thank you so very much for sharing the live. I appreciate you. I believe it was BitPay. It is bitpay.com. Bitpay.com is where we can see how many companies and stores allow you to make purchases with cryptocurrency. Welcome, Edward. I see you. Welcome, DRW631 and all those other numbers. Welcome, Kush. Welcome, Island Life. I see you. Okay. Bitpay.com allows you to see what companies and stores accept cryptocurrency. Welcome, Morgan. Okay. So if you are a customer of any of those companies and you decide to spend your cryptocurrency that they allow you to use, whichever one it is, then that is a taxable event according to the US IRS. Okay. So if everybody has number 3, type the number 3 in the chat. Welcome, Toya Sky. I see you. If everybody has the third taxable event, type the number 3 in the chat. Hey, good evening, Morgan. Welcome, Decent. I see you. Okay. Type the number 3 in the chat real quick. If you're watching the replay on YT, type the number 3 in the comments. Okay. Mr. Gus said 3. Okay, I got you. This word said 3. All right. Welcome, Javier. Welcome, Thomas. Welcome, Darren. I see you. Jeez, they're gonna get all my money this year. They ain't playing. Welcome, Issa. Welcome, Figa or Figa. Whichever one it is. I'm sorry if I messed it up. Welcome, Kathy. Goddess Shay said 3. Okay, cool. Edie Heat, welcome. Dan, welcome. I see you. Okay, so that's our third taxable event. For my people who are just joining, I just want to make sure I'm very clear on this. Welcome, Greg. I am not you can watch the replay, Antonio, on my YouTube channel. It's Prosperity Calls, same as this TT channel, TT page. Okay, you can watch the replay there if you can't be here the whole time. All right, welcome, BV. Welcome, Flavio. Welcome, Big Chunks. Y'all in these usernames, boy, got me over here tongue-tied. I'm trying to slow my brain down and my mouth down at the same time, and it's just, whew. All right, so for my people who are just joining, friendly reminder, I am not a financial advisor at this time, okay? I am not a tax preparer. I don't do taxes. I'm not a tax strategist, nor am I a CPA. What I'm sharing with y'all is things that I had to learn the hard way, and also in me doing research and also paying an actual CPA to teach me about taxes, because not only am I an investor, I'm an entrepreneur as well. And I was like, I need to know what the heck going on. So that way I'm not just sitting here blindly following somebody. Okay. So that's why I gave y'all where you can find some of this information off the bat. So that way you can go and read it for yourself. Welcome, Morgan. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome, Bika. Okay. Now, that's our third taxable event when we spend our cryptocurrency. Our first, broccoli, welcome. Our fourth taxable event, y'all, is receiving cryptocurrency. Style for sure. Welcome, and thank you so very much for the follow. Welcome, Marcus. Okay, our fourth taxable event is receiving cryptocurrency. Okay, because guess what? The IRS looks at it as you're getting paid as income. Okay, it's looking at it as its income. So for my people who have done something called staking, STAKING, where you earn more cryptocurrency just for holding your cryptocurrency on a particular platform, all right, for whatever amount of time, and you earn more crypto, that is considered a taxable event because the IRS here in the United States views that as income. Thank you so very much for sharing the live, Charity. If this is helping y'all at any point, I ask that y'all go ahead and share the live right now, real quick, before we continue with this is the last taxable event, by the way, for right now, okay? Go ahead and share the live. If you are just tuning in because you've been peeking in from the FYP, then you can repost, okay? You may be like, Leona, I know you like that. I'm not even following you yet, okay? You can hit repost. I do it all the time. That's my way of showing support to that live host, all right? And all it does is trigger TikTok algorithm to send out this live to the FYP, okay? That's all it does. All right, so hit the repost button if you're like, I'm not ready to follow, I'm not ready to share yet, okay? Or if you've been watching these lives and you're like, nah, I'm loving this, go ahead and share, okay? Go ahead and share. You can do something called power share too. You can hold down the screen, wherever on the screen, hold it down, names come up, send it to 10 people real quick. Welcome, Jeanette. I see you. Welcome, the real Jeanette. I see you. Welcome. Thank you, Erica, for the repost. Thank you, Morgan, for sharing. I appreciate y'all, okay? So taxable event number 4 is receiving crypto because they view it as income. IRS views it as income. So like I said, if you do that, the thing that I mentioned called staking, STAKING, and you earn more rewards, then that means that the IRS sees it as income. So if you're like, Leona, I hear you. You said it's like you earn more rewards. Well, what can I view that as? Like, because I'm not in the crypto market yet. I got you. So think about when you put money into CDs, certificates of deposits, right? You get a return back once you have held that CD for those 6 months or 12 months or whatever, right? Treasury bills. If you put money into your treasury bills, if you buy treasury bills and you hold it for 3 months, then you typically you earn more back. You get more money back from what you deposited because you held it for the whole 3 months. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if that makes sense. Thumbs down emoji in the chat if it doesn't make sense. Okay, that's what staking in a traditional sense looks like for my people who are not involved in the crypto market yet, or you're number 2, meaning I put money into it, but I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, Goddess Shay said, yep. Morgan said, yep. Okay, cool. You almost at 25K, y'all. Come on, let's get to 25K. 25K is right there. It's right there. Right there. Welcome, Delightful. I love the name. Welcome. There we go. Good job, y'all. Good job, y'all. All right, let's get to 50. That's the next goal, 50K. Remember, the end of the live stream, we have a little under 1 hour left. The goal is to hit 75K or more in likes. The share goal is 250. So for my people who are really enjoying what you're hearing and you're learning something, you know more today, okay, at this point than you knew yesterday about cryptocurrency and taxes, then I ask that you go ahead and share, especially if you have not shared yet and you're already following me, okay? Or you plan on following me. I would say go ahead and share right now. Now, if you are not sharing, if you're not following me yet, you can do something called repost. Thank you so very much for the follow, Rolando. I appreciate it. Okay, you can do something called repost. Hit that arrow to share, and then there's going to be 2 arrows that come up like this. You press that, and that just triggers to the algorithm to send out this live stream to the FYP. Okay, YT, if you have not shared yet, I ask that you share, especially if you are learning something that you did not know yesterday. Go ahead and share as well. All right. Now, I have to change up. I'm a 2.5. I want to be a 3. It's okay. It's okay. It is all good. So that's all we get for reaching. Mr. Gus. What you want me to do? Sing a song? Man, we gotta hit the goal. We hit the goal, then what you want me to do? Sing a song? Thank you, Rolando, for the repost. I appreciate you. Thank you, Colored Jar. Thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay, so that's one part of us receiving crypto is the staking rewards. Okay, there's more. All right, so if there's anyone in here, thank you, Jeanette, for the follow. If there's anyone in here that does mining, I don't. That's not my thing. I heard of some people some years back. Welcome, Copeak. Some people. Thank you so very much for grabbing your heart, me, Jeanette. I appreciate you. There are some people that have mined in the past using these little they had these little type of machines or whatever, but they was talking about how much they was making, but the electricity bill and all kind of stuff. I was like, yeah, I ain't got time for all that. What's going on, Unstoppable Glow? Welcome. All right, so I'm not a mining person. I don't do any type of mining, but if you are that person, guess what? That is considered a taxable event because the IRS here in the United States looks at that as income. Okay. Welcome, Cardano. It's been a minute. Welcome, John B. I see you. Okay. Thank y'all for continuing to like the live. I appreciate y'all. Okay. Number 3 within this, receiving crypto. All right. Getting paid in cryptocurrency. Getting paid in cryptocurrency. All right. If you are receiving cryptocurrency, and especially if it is received into your crypto exchange, okay, and you, especially if you sell it as well and get those US dollars or euros or whatever, you know, your country's currency is, but definitely for my people in the US, yeah, taxable event, getting paid in cryptocurrency. Okay. The last one that I know of is airdrops. Okay. Now, for my people who are like airdrops, what is that? Because you're number 1 or number 2. All right. Maybe my number 3 is 2. I'm just saying you're 1, 2, or 3. My people that's the number 4, y'all know what airdrops is. Okay, so I'm not talking about y'all. All right, but 1, 2s, and 3s in the chat. Airdrops is where you earn more cryptocurrency for holding a specific cryptocurrency, right? But what the crypto project is looking to do is to get more exposure, right? So they're looking to build up liquidity there. It's kind of like I don't want to say an IPO per se, but it's on the cusp of that, okay, in the crypto space. All right, so I'll give you an example. So when I was holding XRP, this was 2022 going into 2023. All right, my husband introduced me to airdrops. So I didn't know anything about it, but I was like, okay, you know, he already doing it. He done earned thousands of dollars just from airdrops alone. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm holding XRP, and I was holding XRP back then. It was in a Zum wallet. That's what it used to be, Zum wallet first, right? So I'm holding XRP in this Zum wallet, and because I held a certain amount in that Zum wallet, welcome Yusuf, at that time, we were able to go and earn like more Sologenic. So we would get Sologenic for free. I didn't have to buy Sologenic to get more Sologenic. It's because I was holding XRP. I did the process that I was shown how to do. Welcome, Dre. Thank you so very much for the follow. And then I earned free Sologenic. Okay, I'm not a tax preparer. Got them. So that's where you got to talk to your tax preparer and tax strategists and all of those people, tax professionals, because that ain't me. That's not my lane. That ain't my lane. I can tell you that you need to make sure. No, it used to be called a Zum wallet. That's what it used to be called. Now we use the Zamen, but it's with the X. But yeah, back then we used the Zum wallet, and so we held our XRP in the Zum wallet, and we were able to get the airdrops for like Sologenic. I think it was it? Dang, I got like 5 different ones back then, and now I'm doing the Flare airdrops. But I had to actually purchase Flare from Coinbase, and then I was able to start receiving additional free Flare, right? But that's pretty much it. So when you file your taxes, what the IRS is expecting is for you. Welcome, CN, welcome, love one another. I love the name. Thank you so very much for the follow. What the IRS is expecting from us is to inform them that we have received said income. Welcome, John. I see you. Okay, so that's airdrops. You either hold a specific crypto, right, in order for them to give you additional free crypto, whichever token it is, okay? Or you purchase a certain amount of said crypto and then you get additional free crypto. And then it's like on a schedule too. So they have a certain number of them that they give in that cycle or whatnot. But I'm gonna tell y'all now, this is another thing that's like another level of risk, right? That you need to be wary of, because there was a young lady that came on TikTok out. I know it was last month in December, where she shared with us she was waiting on an airdrop to hit her Phantom wallet, and she clicked on the link thinking it was the airdrop, and it was a phishing attack. And so the hacker was able to get over $3,000 worth of crypto out of her wallet. Okay. So I'm saying that to say, so we're all clear, there are risks associated with doing things like airdrops, involving yourself in airdrops, as well as staking, STAKING. So when I'm saying these things, I know I explained it a minute ago, but just make sure if you're curious about it, because you are an aggressive risk taker, or you're like moderate on the cusp of aggressive like myself, then this is where this is where you would need to make sure that you know, go do some additional research on those things. Okay. All right. Wine Coin said 100. Okay, cool. All right. So there's that. All right. Now, those are your 4 types of taxable income, taxable events according to the United States IRS. Again, for my people who are just joining, y'all, I'm not a tax preparer. I don't do anything in taxes. Okay. I don't personally do anything with taxes. That's not my lane. I can refer you to some people so that way you can learn some more, or you can have a conversation with them and see if they're your cup of tea to help you do your taxes, because our tax preparer, thank God, now they got it, but we had to go through some, trials and tribulations, because we were the first clients of theirs that are crypto investors. So we had to learn the hard way. They had to learn the hard way, but now we good. Okay. White Wolf Thunder says, stay away from so-called free tokens. I'm not going to say stay away completely, because again, that's not my, place to say. What I would say is, if you are a beginner, for sure, this is not your lane. You need to learn this market first, period. Okay. Now, if you're that person that's super aggressive, thank you so very much for the GOAT gift. I appreciate you, Charity. If you're that, you're a risk taker and whatnot, and you've weighed the risk, okay, that's your lane. But you need to make sure you set up security measures as well, like that young lady that I just explained to y'all or shared with y'all that lost over 3,000 of her digital assets from her Phantom wallet. That is a risk. So you weigh the risk. All right. Now, if it were me, like I told people, if it's a hot wallet, y'all, you get something out of there, you getting pennies. I'm not keeping much in my hot wallet. That's just what it is. Just like I said, I'm doing the Flare airdrops, right? I didn't buy a whole lot of Flare. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I spent tens of thousands of dollars on Flare to get free Flare. I didn't do that because I know that it's an extra level of risk. So I did what I'm personally comfortable with within my own budget. Okay. Welcome, Crypto Beggar. Thank you so very much for the follow. All right. So, and I personally would not be using a cold wallet for airdrops, because that's where typically we keep our big money, because that's money for the future. The money in our cold wallet is not going to be used. I would hope that you're not using your cold wallet, to make transactions, to send to people and whatnot. No. Me personally, Leona uses her hot wallet as like a checking account. So the money that's in there is a small amount, because I know that money is going to be sent somewhere soon. Got it? That's why I said, for me personally, I'm only going to do any type of airdrops. It's going to be a small amount in that particular wallet. So if there was an issue, if anything happened, you're not getting a lot out of me. But that's just Leona. Okay. Said there are all taxable events, but you actually don't pay the tax until you turn it back into cash. Okay. Like I said, y'all, I'm not a tax professional. I'm giving y'all what I know from personal experience and also what I have personally researched. Okay. So this is why I tell everyone to make sure that you take this information, research yourself, as well as communicate with your your tax preparer. Got it? So I got it, Denny. I appreciate that, but please make sure when you say stuff like that, you tell people. Make sure that you talk to your tax preparer, because some people are going to hear is, oh, well, I don't have to pay taxes then, so that means I don't need to keep up with it. No, 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 no. Track your stuff. Okay, track your stuff. So we ain't doing that over here. All right. Say how to get around on Uncle Sam after gaining some on Bitcoin. It's got to be rich. What's the secret? Hey, listen. Listen. At this point, all I'll say is what I know and what I've been doing is I store the majority of my cryptocurrency within, excuse me, within my cold wallet. So the IRS, as far as capital gains, dog, that stuff is not being spent. It's not going to be sent anywhere. It's staying in there for the future. That's it. It's a cold wallet. And here's the thing: by the time I'm gone and it's probably used, they're not going to just spend all of it, because that's part of the trust that we're setting up this year. There's only a certain amount of the assets that's being left behind. There's only a certain amount that they're going to be able to have access to at one time. So, there's that. Okay. It's a good idea. I think I'll do both wallets. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, Miss Martine, for the repost. Yep. So I don't have a job, but I do file all my stuff together because my tax preparer knows what to do. So I've been filing everything for my business and my retirement, investing, everything. We've been with them for over 5 years though. So I think it's closer to 10 now, because I think we started using them in 2016 or 17, one of the two. So yeah, so we've been with them for close to 10 years. So they know what to do with us. Yeah. So that's what we do, Dre. Okay. You're welcome, Rolando. Welcome, Jimmy. I see you. All right. So I gave y'all 4 taxable events according to the IRS. Okay. Question: who here has ever traded one crypto for another? Type me in the chat if you have ever traded one crypto for another, meaning you had, I'll just use the stable coin as an example. You had USDC or USDT, DAI, RLUSD, whichever one, okay? You had one of those. You're welcome, Dre. And then you exchanged it for, let's say, BTC, or you exchanged it for Ethereum, or you exchanged it for Solana. Okay? Type me in the chat if you have ever, ever, ever traded one cryptocurrency for another. Rick said, I need this information. That's right. Welcome, Rick. I am recording this on YT as well. So if you cannot stay for the entire live, then you can tune in on YT. My channel is Prosperity Call, same as it is here on TT. Okay. All right. So we got a lot of yeses. We got a lot of yeses. Thank you so very much for the follow, Rick. I appreciate you. Welcome, Kimmy Mo. I see you. Okay. All right. So who here has ever done what I mentioned, like either the staking or getting the airdrops, meaning you receive some type of income, okay, because you are a holder of a specific cryptocurrency? Welcome, Sylvia Sims. Thank you so very much for the follow. How many of you have received any type of rewards because you are a cryptocurrency holder, meaning you have staked, you have received airdrops? Type me in the chat. I just want to see what type of crypto investors are in here. So I tried staking, but I didn't like the rules. It's not for everybody. It's not. It's not. And like I said, that is an extra layer of risk because if stuff goes wrong, your crypto is gone. So that's why, for me personally, I just say, hey, you can stake a small percentage of your cryptocurrency, but I would never ever stake all of it at one time. No, I would not do that. Caribbean kid investment, yes, okay, cool. Charity, I staked once. Yep, Rick said staking not for me, and that's fine. You know, funny that you mentioned I invest and I haven't moved anything. It's just sitting there. It's okay. It's okay, Rolando. It's all right. Okay. Who here has spent some of their cryptocurrency? Meaning, and look, I have used crypto in the past. All right. I have used crypto in the past to pay down debt. I have used crypto in the past to fix my when I had a BMW. I have used cryptocurrency to fix my BMW. Because there was like, I forgot how much, I think it was like $6,000 or something. And I was like, shoot, man, I'm about to sell this crypto and pay for this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to do this thing. To me, okay, for sure. All right, Dre, yep, okay. You know, now, y'all, taxable event. Taxable event. Use it for the same reasons you did. All right, cool. Jed says staking, but it's not yet expired. Okay, I got you. Got you. Brittany, thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate you. Okay. So yeah. So again, those are taxable events according to the United States IRS, y'all. Okay. So if you have done that in 2025, you have done that in 2025, all right, then that is considered, according to the United States IRS, a taxable event, not according to Leona. Okay? Not according to Leona. All right? So, if this is helping you, ladies and gentlemen, to feel a little bit better about, crypto and taxes, right? Then go ahead right now and share. Share, 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 share. Share, 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 share. On TT, y'all can hold down the screen, do something called a power share. Okay, hold down the screen, names are gonna pop up, and then you just send it to 10 people real quick. Y'all don't care if they have a green bubble or not. Just send it to 10 people real quick. If you're peeping in from the FYP, you like, Leona, I don't know you like that, then you can just repost, okay? That still does the same thing. It sends a message to the TikTok algorithm that people are interested in this live and they want other people to come tune into this live. And guess what? It's not getting sent to one direct person. It's getting sent to all those on TikTok. Like I said, it's just triggering the algorithm to send this live out to the FYP. So that way, it's not just you getting information. You're helping somebody else that you may or may not know today. Okay? Just like I had to pay, and then there's information I got for free. I'm sharing it with y'all. Thank you so very much for sharing the live, Dre. I appreciate you. Thank you, Nadine, for the repost. I appreciate you. Okay. Same thing for y'all on YT. If you have not shared yet, what you waiting on? Go ahead and share, especially if you've been here for a minute. You've been here before. All right. We know the drill. We're sharing. On TT, the goal for shares is 250. We have done it before. I'm just looking for us to be able to do it again, okay? And also the like goal over here is 75K. We have surpassed that before. And I just want to see if we can get consistent with 75K before I bump it up to anything higher, okay? I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody that is sharing and reposting right now. Thank you so very much, okay? Now, all right, why people don't prepare? Why do people not prepare? I'm going to tell you now, crypto taxes are hard because this environment wasn't designed for normal people. It's different. You know what I'm saying? You have multiple exchanges. You got multiple wallets. How many people here only have one wallet? Type the number 1 in the chat if you only have one crypto wallet. So I have something for taxable event. Okay, type it in the chat for us, Caribbean Kid Investment, please, so I can pin it. Ron G, thank you so very much for sharing. I appreciate you. Right? How many of you have just one crypto wallet, either a hot or a cold wallet? Type the number 1 in the chat. If you have more than one crypto wallet, okay, type the number 2 in the chat. If you have more than one crypto wallet, type the number 2 in the chat. Okay, so DJ Big Baby 1, Rinka Nurburn 1, Oh, Nadine, I don't have a wallet. We need to get you one, Nadine. Okay. One, I got twos. Okay. If I stake in 2025, it's going to expire in 2026. Have not yet received stake. So it's not taxable for 2025, Jez. At least that's my understanding. But again, I would say make sure that you refer to your tax preparer, your tax professional, because they should be able to answer that if I was incorrect. But that's my understanding of what I've read so far. Okay, Charity has one. Okay. All right. So for all my people who have one, understood. You have your reason for having one. For people like me, I have multiple wallets because I have hot and cold wallets, right? Like I said, my hot wallets, those ones that's like an app on our phone, app on our laptop, I use that like a checking account. So therefore, it's not a whole bunch of money or digital assets that's going to be on there. So if it were to get hacked, dog, you ain't get much of nothing. I mean, you're gonna get something, but it's not gonna be like, oh, this is the big payday. No, it's not. Okay, because the tech service do all this for us. Do all of what for you, Pilly? Do all of what? If you're asking if they can provide you with all the information according to the IRS, then they should be able to if they are involved in the cryptocurrency market and they've studied it. How can I share the info to help with taxes? If you can stay around, give me like 10, 15 more minutes, then I could bring you up. But here's the thing, Caribbean Kid. You have not grabbed a heart meet, so I don't know who you are if you're a real person. So if you want me to bring you up so that way you can share what you know, then you would need to grab a heart meet. Okay. The crypto text. Yeah, so your tax preparer, Pilly, they should be able to break everything down to you. Now, I will say this. Thank you, Gizmo, so very much for the roses. If your tax preparer is not a person that's involved in the cryptocurrency market, then more than likely they're not going to be able to help you. I say grab your heart meet, Caribbean Kid, heart meet. So it's an orange heart above my head, okay, and it should say join. If you're following me, then you just press that, and then you should be able to get your heart meet. And then if you want to, welcome Audrey, and if you want to share what you know about taxes, if you are a tax preparer, a tax professional, okay, then I can bring you up. But if you're not a tax professional, then yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. And I just looked at your profile. You just say blockchain with a purpose. Click link below to get started with software nodes. That has nothing to do with taxes. So yeah, so I would say you can type what you're trying to share with people, or you would like to share with people. You can type that in the chat. Okay. So if I want to withdraw 30,000, how much would they take? Again, I cannot tell you that. I'm not a tax professional, y'all. So like, you need to talk to your tax professional because they have all of that information. That's not my lane. I'm an investor just like everybody else. The only difference is I'm coming on here and sharing with y'all what I have learned through trial and error as an investor for the past 5 years. Okay, because even our tax preparer messed up our taxes 1 year because they didn't know, what to do. They put the information in wrong. You know what I'm saying? So we all learned together. And then that's what triggered for me to learn more about taxes, because if I would have known more, then I could have brought that up to them, but I didn't know. So you don't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? So we all learned together. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't our fault. None of us knew, Thank you so very much, Dre. I appreciate you. All right. I'll see you later. And then remember, you can tune into the YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the rest of it, then you can watch it there. Calm down in Memphis coming out here. Shoot. Hey, man, I just, I be trying. But I got it. I'm getting back on track. So let's go. I got 30 minutes before I need to wrap this up. Okay. So when it comes to crypto taxes, the reason why it's a bit harder and it's a bit more challenging for us at times, because like I said, we have all of these different exchanges. We have over 14 or 1,600 exchanges, right? Welcome, Mr. Howard. Boy, you be right on time every time. This is your time that you get on TT. I mean, but we have so many different exchanges. It's either 14 or over 1,600 exchanges, whichever one it was I saw on CoinGecko, right? Hope you're having a great day, Mr. Howard, right? We got all these different types of wallets. We can have a cold wallet and a hot wallet. You know what I'm saying? And there are people like myself that have multiple hot wallets and multiple cold wallets. Then you have people who done lost their passwords. They done lost their seed phrases, right? You got old accounts. You got, you don't get statements every single month like a traditional bank. This market is totally different. You know what I'm saying? You got all these transactions across different platforms, and it's confusing terminology. It's so much going on in this market. That's why for some people, when we talk about cryptocurrency and then add on taxes, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Yes, I am, Mr. Howard. Absolutely. Welcome, Crypto Theory said hardware wallet plus crypto year equals no taxes. Listen, again, if we're not tax professionals, what we're not going to do is come in here and tell people what you cannot do. Okay. I would say that if these things play out, there is a high probability, according to what the IRS says, okay, you may not have to pay taxes. However, you should always consult with your tax professional. Okay. There you go, Crypto Theory. There we go. No financial advice. It's not financial advice. So everything that I'm personally sharing, Leona is sharing. Okay. This is to raise your awareness, because if I didn't know, I'm pretty sure there are other people out there that didn't know certain things as it pertains to crypto in Texas. Okay. All right. So we already talked about that. So till I get this cert, then it will be, yeah. And I hope you get it soon. For real. I hope you get it soon. Okay. Now, here's the thing, y'all. There's a behavior side associated with this. Now, I know that some of you are used to me just talking about like just how to get involved in crypto and everything. But something that I have noticed in all this time of me helping people to understand cryptocurrency, and then even with myself and learning more about crypto. So I DM you whenever you have time to look at. Okay, thank you so very much, Caribbean. I appreciate you. I'll check it out. Hey, you're in Texas, Crypto Theory? You're in Texas? But thank you so very much for the follow, Mother Fate. I hope I said that right, but thank you so very much for the follow. I appreciate your Caribbean Kid investment. Thank you for the follow. Okay. But something that I learned is that, okay, gotcha. Oh, good. I ain't want to mess it up. Okay. Welcome back, Mr. Howard. So, like I said, what I have learned in just listening, and then of course evaluating myself since getting into this space, and as an investor, period, there are certain patterns that come up. There's behaviors that have been developed. There are habits that have been developed. Some of those things started when we were kids, right? Welcome, DJ Big Baby. Thank you so very much for liking the live. There are some habits that developed when we were kids coming into adulthood, right? So I haven't said it in this year. Wish you good health, more wealth, and ongoing love and spirit. Happy New Year. Thank you so very much, and Happy New Year to you, user 112, and then all those other numbers. I appreciate it. Happy New Year to you as well, and right back at you. Okay. So some of those things is like procrastination. How does that show up when we're talking about like crypto, taxes, just money in general, right? We'll have something come up or happen, and we just tell ourselves, I'll deal with it later. I ain't dealing with that right now. I come back to it. How many of you have experienced that when you're talking about money, anything, crypto, taxes, whatever, right? How many of you have ever like told yourself, I'll get back to it? Not right now, right? That's procrastination. That's not to say that procrastination is the end all be all. No, it starts from somewhere. There's a reason for you procrastinating. You have to figure out what triggers that, the reaction of procrastination, because that stems from something. So procrastination pretty much is like a symptom. There's something bigger going on, right? Procrastination is just a symptom of whatever is bigger going on internally. Wade said, yep, all right, right? You might be like, oh, I ain't make that much this year. So, you know what? It don't really matter if I file taxes. Devil is a lie. You better do it because there are repercussions that come with not tracking your stuff properly. Okay? You talking about some, I don't even want to know. You avoiding the whole situation. Again, that's a symptom of something bigger that's actually going on internally. Why are you a person that avoids dealing with stuff? And I just wait till the next tax season. I get to it. It ain't that big of a deal. I get to it the next tax season. We're not doing that, y'all. If you're on here watching live or the replay on YT, okay, if we're doing that, we're setting ourselves up for failure. Truth be told, did any of those things that I said sound like you? When you procrastinate, you avoid, you just flat out confused, so you just like, yeah, I'll get to it another time. Any of those sound like you? Type yes in the chat. Any of those? Wade said me, hey, I appreciate, look, I appreciate when people are like straight up, like, I ain't, what's the point of lying? You know what I'm saying? It only hurts yourself. Right? So I appreciate y'all transparency. Big Baby said me too. All right. It's happened. And guess what? We fixed it today, right? Because we know more today than we knew yesterday about Texas. With crypto. Welcome, Tony. Welcome, Crypto Granny Bob. It's been a minute, boy. Where you been? Okay? So look, I'm going to tell y'all, there is data out here that tells us there are repercussions for us not filing our taxes as crypto investors the right way. Live and learn, welcome. Okay? The IRS is paying attention, y'all, whether you believe it or not. The IRS is paying attention because they want their money here in the United States. Do you hear me? Okay? IRS issues guidance, and they expect us to report. Now, I'm about to pull up the website so that way y'all can see this stuff. It's not according to Leon, it's according to the United States IRS. They will send out compliance letters too for non-reporting. Because the IRS, y'all, at the end of the day, the IRS has been signaling for years that crypto reporting matters. Now, I understand that some people say, oh, but you don't have to do it because you have to. Man, y'all better stop listening to people and make sure you know this stuff. Get on that website and read for yourself. Know what forms you need to file or your tax preparer needs to file. This is why I'm about to show it to y'all. Welcome, Mika. Okay? And I understand crypto, the tax reporting for us in this market is still kind of low, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean it's right. Because I read that they read an article, this was like a while back, where they were saying like the crypto tax experts, it's not a whole lot of them, but they claim that about 25% of crypto investors are complying with the IRS. Welcome, Major League. What's going on? Okay. You don't want to be that person that get caught up for back taxes and tax evasion and all that stuff. And now you got to pay way more than what you would have paid, if you would have just made sure you filed properly. If you made sure that you did your research and did your due diligence and asked the right questions and had the appropriate people filing your taxes for you. Okay. So let me pull this up. So that way y'all can see it. I'm going to share it with y'all on YT first. Okay. And then I'm going to turn my screen around for y'all on TT. Just give me a second so that way I can show y'all this, because it's not according to Leona. This is according to the IRS. Okay? So, all right, YT, y'all should be good. You should be able to see this. Damn. I'm going to just pull it all the way up so y'all see that part first. It has a whole section. Digital assets. Let's go. All right. TT, I need y'all to let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see this? It should say digital assets. Give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all can see this. Thank you, Mr. Melvin, for the follow. Thank you, Jumping Jupiter 777 for sharing live. Our Caribbean Kid says yes. DJ Big Baby said yes. Thank you very much. All right, so this is a whole section according to irs.gov. Okay, see this right here? That's the website. If you can, take a screenshot if you need it. Okay, give y'all a second. All right, bam. So on this page, it said it has it. What is a digital asset? About the digital assets, questions on your tax return, how to answer the digital assets question, how to report. This is where we're about to go. Okay, broker compliance. So we all know that our brokers, our centralized crypto exchanges, have to follow certain rules and guidelines. Okay, so I'm going to click on how to report digital asset transactions. So that way you're not sitting here saying, well, Leona said, nope, you read this for yourself, ladies and gentlemen. So it says if you have digital asset transactions, you must report them whether or not they result in a taxable gain or loss. Everybody see that? So for those people that keep coming in the chat talking about, well, you don't have to pay taxes, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that. Don't listen to these folks. The IRS is telling you on their website, you must report it all, whether it result in a taxable gain or loss. Everybody got it? Give me the thumbs up emoji in the chat if y'all got it. Y'all better stop listening to these people here online talking about you ain't got to do this with taxes, you ain't got to do that. Dog, unless they are a tax professional and they know about cryptocurrency, you better not listen to them. That's why I said I'm going to show y'all the website. This is not according to Leona. So here it says to report digital asset transactions, keep records, hit the plus sign, y'all. When you go on here, I'm not going to stay on it long, but hit the plus sign, and then it gives you information. Bam. Keep records of that document when you purchase, the receipt, sale, exchange, or any other disposition of your digital assets. Then look, it says down here, the Internal Revenue Code and regulations require taxpayers to maintain sufficient records. So guess what they're telling you? It's on you as an investor to make sure you keep track of what you have invested in, whether you have sold, whether you have bought, whether you have exchanged, whatever you have done. If you have received income, the IRS is telling you on their website, it's on you, not someone else. So they're not going to want to hear that, oh, shoot, I didn't know. Well, you've been investing in it. That's not our fault. It's on our website. You invest in it. You know that it's possibly taxable, so you should have went and looked it up. It's not your tax preparer fault. It's your fault. You're the one that's going to have to pay for it. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody else having an issue with the video on TT? Let me know. Thank you so very much for liking the live, because Caribbean Kids said it keeps sticking. I'm moving in, and then I'm moving out. I'm moving in. Everybody see that? Uh-oh. All right. So the IRS is telling you Rick won't settle. Thank you for joining. Oh, it's the delay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that, y'all, because I'm not on any Wi-Fi here. But hopefully y'all can hear me. So this is the according to the IRS. Okay. Welcome, Nolan Summers. I see you. Welcome, Serenity Spring. Okay. Now, underneath that, it tells you how to. Okay, cool. Thank you, DJ Big Baby. So, according to the IRS, calculate your capital gains and loss. Again, they're not going to want to hear from you as an investor. I didn't know. They're not going to care because they're going to say it's on our website. Did you go to our website? So I'm going to hit that drop down. Bam. To calculate your capital gain, loss, or gains of a digital asset that you sold or disposed of in a transaction, you'll need this information. There it is. How to calculate it? To determine your fair market value, go here. You'll click on that. Okay. If you own a digital, own and use a digital asset for personal or investment purposes, look at this. Okay, laugh out loud. Thank you so very much for the follow. If you receive a digital asset in exchange for goods or services in a business context, this income would be taxed as what? Ordinary income or a loss. Hyperlink here. Look, how to determine if your capital gain or loss is short term or long term. Thank you for the follow, Serenity. Bam, bam. Y'all, the IRS is not going to want to hear from you as an investor. I didn't know. They're not going to care, y'all. So for the people that get on these here apps, these social media platforms and tell you, and they are not a professional in the tax space, and they're telling you, you don't have to pay taxes on this, you don't have to pay taxes on that, that's not taxable. Y'all better stop listening to these people and go read for yourself. And then bring this information to your tax preparer. If your tax preparer is like, I don't know, you need to get somebody else, unless they know that they can get it right. Okay? Because at the end of the day, your tax preparer is not going to have to pay the cost. They might lose your business, but guess who's going to owe the IRS? Not your tax preparer. It's going to be you. Everybody got it? So there's another part. Determine your basis. Remember, y'all, this is where we're at. How to report your crypto transactions. So they're going to tell you, it's doing it again. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let me see. Let me see. Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Or is it still repeating? Welcome, Mr. James. KC Cattle, welcome. Is it repeating or are we good? Give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat if it's good now. Because I don't know what's going on. Trying to give y'all a minute because I know it's a bit of a delay. Oh, man. I got the thing up. Let me see. Welcome, Nicole. Welcome back, Mr. Howard. Let me see, y'all. I can't really do anything because I'm already live. Can y'all hear me? Welcome, Roman. Can y'all hear me? Maybe I have to stop sharing my screen like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. And then I can't change it to the Wi-Fi here because then that'll kick me out. Welcome, Donald. Let me see if I could do it. Give me a second. Let me see if I could do it. Give me a second, y'all. Sorry on YT. I'm just trying to fix the internet. Trying to fix the internet. Let's see. Come on, come on. Shucks. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying. Yeah, I can't fix it right now. So I will have to do it next time. So when I go live tomorrow, I have it fixed because I'll be in here. Welcome, Nagoo 6115. Ah, shucks. Now it came up. Ah! Dang it. I'm trying to get on. Did it come up? That's not it. Okay. Yeah. I'll figure it out, y'all. That's why I need to hurry up. So I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but y'all see it. Okay. Go to irs.gov. Okay. And then go to the digital assets section. All right. Go to irs.gov and go to the digital assets section, and you'll be able to see all of this stuff that I'm talking about tonight. Okay. And I also gave y'all the article for the from the IRS. It is now the IRS notice 2014-21. Welcome, Mr. Slippers. This is another study tool for you all, so you know what we're talking about as it pertains to crypto in Texas. Welcome, Nathaniel. I see you. Welcome, Darby. Okay. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to hurry up because I don't know what's going on with it. Can y'all hear me now? Give me the thumbs up emoji if y'all can hear me now. 2014-21, Custom Kennedy. 2014-21. I'll type it in here. 2014-21. Okay, cool. All right. So, the last thing I wanted to just share with y'all, like I showed y'all the irs.gov. Go to the digital asset section, so that way it's not like I'm making this stuff up, y'all. Y'all, there are financial repercussions. You do not want to be that person stuck like Chuck, okay? Because there are penalties and interest that is charged for underpayment, okay? There's stress and time, costs that come later. All right. Depending on the amount of taxes you may end up on, that you can have jail time. All right. You don't want to be that person going to jail behind some taxes that you knew you could have just made sure you're taken care of. Okay. There are potential audits that can happen, especially if you have consistent discrepancies or if there's a discrepancy and it's not fixed. You don't want to be that person that get audited because the IRS is going to go way back. All right. They're going to be digging through everything, every single account. If you're a business, if you're an entrepreneur, you better pray to God that you haven't done any, had your money, your personal account, using that within your business without proper documentation, like you loaned your business money. You better pray to God that your paperwork is in line and you've been doing everything the way you're supposed to. Because if personally it's jacked up and then you have a business and it's not a corporation, well, trust and believe they're going to be all up in through that LLC too. I learned that when I went and paid for the information. Okay. So with that being said, if you don't accurately report, okay, the IRS is going to warn you in advance that there could be some repercussions to come. Okay. So would you rather spend 1 hour organizing now in 2026 or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 hours later trying to fix it and paying more money? Which one would you rather? The 1 hour now or the additional hours later, possibly more money? Spadicus Harris report what? We're talking about crypto taxes, making sure that you are properly reporting your gains, your losses within the system. So that way you are not paying more than you should pay, or you're not paying less than what you're supposed to be paying. Okay. All right. So I'm done because I see that on TT it's an issue. So I don't want to keep going. But like I said, welcome, Charles. Like I said, at this point, y'all, the goal is to make sure everybody learns something new that they did not know yesterday. So if you learned something today that you did not know yesterday, give me the number 1 in the chat right now. If you learned something new today that you did not know yesterday, give me the number 1 in the chat. Okay, I know it's a bit of a delay on TT. Sorry, y'all. I can't fix it right now, but it will be fixed tomorrow. Trust and believe. I didn't know it was going to be doing that. Nadine one. Thank you. Great information as always. I learned I owe. You might not owe. You might not owe. Because there is, again, I'm probably going to talk about it next week. Like there's different things that we can do. Now, again, I'm not a tax preparer, so I'm probably going to I am. I'm going to ask the young lady that's a tax preparer and also a crypto investor. I'm going to ask her to come on and share with y'all possibly on Tuesday, like the tax loss harvesting and stuff, like have her break those things down because that's not my expertise. Like I said, I'm an investor just like the rest of y'all. Welcome, Sean. I see you. I'm an investor just like the rest of y'all. The only difference is I made some mistakes when it comes to taxes because I didn't know. And I don't want y'all to be in that position. I don't want y'all to, have to experience the stuff that we experienced because we didn't know. And also our tax preparer didn't know at the time. Okay. So there's that. I do want to let everybody know because I'm about to wrap. And look, it's before 8:00, so that's good for me. I do want to let everybody know if you're serious about positioning yourself in 2026, if you're serious about positioning yourself financially in 2026, YTTT, okay? Nadine, I can't tell anyone what's the best type of wallet. It's all dependent upon you as an individual. So what I would say is test out some different hot wallets. Y'all, for my experienced people, you put the 3s and the 4s in the chat and you have wallets, whether they're hot wallets only right now, y'all, because I want her to test them out, okay? Hot wallets only. I got to say that again for y'all on TT. Hot wallets only. Please type the one that you use and you believe is beginner friendly. Type that in the chat real quick, okay? While I'm reading the rest of this stuff. Welcome, Rhonda, okay, to help out Nadine. Because for you, Nadine, the reason why I'm saying a hot wallet is because you can actually download these and then just test them out, play around, see if it's easy for you to understand how to maneuver it. Okay, if you can maneuver on a hot wallet, you'll be good on a cold wallet. Say hello from Coop. Okay, well, go ahead and vacation then. I see you, Sean. Enjoy for the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy for the rest of us. Okay, Nadine, we got one right here. Exodus wallet. That is a hot wallet. Y'all only recommend hot wallets for Nadine to go test out. Hot wallets only for Nadine to go test out because she can just download it. If she don't like it, she can always delete it. Okay, cold wallets you have to purchase. So that's why I'm suggesting and asking that you only type recommendations for hot wallets for Nadine to test out. Okay, so let me finish this. All right, you have a great night and definitely enjoy yourself. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, Mr. Sean. All right. So for my people who are serious about positioning themselves financially this year, okay, I'm going to be hosting a webinar, and it is the Wealth Evolution, helping us to overcome financial illiteracy. All right, that is coming up January 21st at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, okay? Registration is open right now. So on TT, if you want the link, you can just go ahead and you can DM me, the word webinar with your email address. So that way I can send it to you. If you're like, Leona, I don't need to DM you, I could just go to your link in your bio. Then by all means, go there because it is in my bio. Okay. On YT, I'm going to add it to the description of this video as well. So if you're watching a replay, by the time you watch the replay, it should be in the description of this video. Okay. So this is for my people who want to learn more about, not just cryptocurrency, because I don't only invest in cryptocurrency. All right. We're going to talk about how financial literacy actually gets built. Okay. All right. This is not just information. We're talking about the behaviors behind how we manage our money, how we feel about our money, how we talk about our money, how we treat and spend our money. Okay. We're going to be building confidence. That is the goal, to help you to build confidence and also to be a better executor. Okay, because we're using money as a tool, which is what it is, and not allowing money to run us. That is the goal at the end of this. Okay. And also, I will have 2 special guests. So it's not going to be just me. You will get multiple perspectives and real life strategies pertaining to not just cryptocurrency, and budgeting, because that's what I'll be covering. But you'll also learn about the basics to help you get started researching in the stock market. But also, if you want to start buying certain things after you've already researched, now you have your steps. And I got somebody coming on for futures trading. So if you're interested in trading, I have someone that I trust, okay, that I have actually been a student with at the time, and then also who has taught me a few things. All right, this person is really great. All right, and she don't play no games. So she's gonna be covering futures trading for my people who are curious about trading. Thank you so very much, Houston Wedding DJ, for the rose. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Thank you for reposting as well. Okay, thank you, Custom Kidney, for continuing to like the live. What's going on, Count of Saint Crypto? I see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for sharing the live too. I appreciate you. Okay. So, and then he got his heart me too. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Good job. I appreciate you. All right. So if you want the link to that webinar, the Wealth Evolution, Overcoming Financial Illiteracy in 2026, y'all, you can either click the link in my bio, okay, on TT, or on TT, you can just send me a DM with the word webinar and your email address that you want me to send you the information to, okay? If that's going to be easier for you, send the word webinar to my DM, okay, with your email address, all right? And then YT, like I said, it'll be in the description of this video. All right. Now, with that being said, here's your homework assignment. Homework assignment. Welcome, Angie. I'm trying to be quick because I don't want it to go out and then it start doing whatever it was doing earlier. Okay. Homework assignment. I want you to list every single, welcome, Sean. I see you. Welcome, welcome. I want you to list every exchange or wallet you've used, even the old ones. Again, y'all, what you don't want to do is sit here and say, oh, it's too much. I'll just wait till later. We're not procrastinating. We cannot afford to procrastinate in 2026. I got it. It may be a lot. So freaking what? Get it done. Okay? Save yourself some money and possibly avoid jail time. All right? I ain't trying to fearmonger you, but y'all see how many people have gone to jail for tax evasion? Okay, you don't want to be that person. So get it done now so you're good later. Okay, so list every single exchange, crypto exchange you have used, every single wallet that you have had access to, as well as have access to today. That's part one of your homework. If y'all got to give me the number one in the chat real quick. So I've always used Coin Tracker and an Excel spreadsheet. Hey, there we go. Because that's what we get into. That's what we get into, Sean. That's what we about to do. There you go. So y'all go ahead and write that down or screenshot it real quick. For YT, you can use Coin Tracker, okay? Or you can use an Excel spreadsheet. I'm an Excel girl because I like putting my stuff in myself. And that helps me with creating too. So no, it's okay. I ask people to come in and share, those who have experience in the cryptocurrency market, on the topic that we're talking about. Sometimes folks don't listen to that part, but on the topic we're talking about, I want people who've been in the crypto market for a long time to share, okay, on the topic we're talking about. Swoop Daddy, welcome. The names, y'all, the usernames, okay? So that's part one. List every single exchange and or wallet, crypto wallet, hot and cold, y'all, that you have used in the past and the ones you have today. Number two, I want you to create a crypto tax folder, okay? Keep this on your laptop. Put it on iCloud. What's that? Google Docs, whatever. It don't matter. Keep it where you're going to keep it. All right? Put it where you're going to keep it. And I'm going to pin this one more time for everybody that wasn't. Oops. I ain't mean to send anybody an invitation if I did. Okay? So that's number two. You're going to create your crypto tax folder. Okay? Number three, track one transaction as practice. So if you have done a transaction this year, Okay, pick one of them. If you have not done the transaction this year yet, pick the last transaction you did. Okay, I just want you to do one for right now. What's going on? Tasha Speaks Up. How you doing? Happy Thursday. Thank you so very much for the rose, Sean. I appreciate you. Okay, I want you to just pick one for now. All right. So either you did a transaction this year, great. Pick the last one you did this year. You didn't do one this year, but you did one last year. Pick the last one you did last year. Okay. And I want you to track the date of that transaction. Date of that transaction. Date of that transaction. Welcome, Jeff. I see you. Thank you so very much for the follow. Okay. Number 2, what was the actual asset? Was it Bitcoin? Was it Ethereum? Was it Solana? Was it XRP? What was the actual asset? So part of this is tracking one transaction, the date of that transaction, the asset, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, whatever it was. Number 3, the amount of that transaction. How much did you pay to buy said asset? Does everyone have it so far? Give me the number 3 if you have those 3 so far. Type the number 3 in the chat if you have those 3 so far. Before I keep going, because I know it's been, kind of lagging on here on TT. Okay, Wade said 3. If y'all don't say slow down, guess what? I'm gonna keep going. Okay. All right. So that was the third one. I said amount, right? Price at the time of the transaction. So how much was that Bitcoin when you bought it? How much was that Ethereum when you bought it? How much was that XRP when you bought it? Everybody got it. So we should have 4 things. We should have our date that we made the transaction. We should have the actual asset name, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. We should have the amount that we paid for of that asset, and we should have the price of that asset at the time. So if you bought Bitcoin, how much was Bitcoin at that time? Number 5, I want you to include how much you paid in fees. Y'all, especially if you're going through Coinbase, all of that stuff is on. That's why I love crypto. You can see everything, even if it was 10 years ago. You just got to go back a while, but still, you can see everything. Okay, so how much did they charge you? What was the fee? All right, more than likely, especially if it was Ethereum, you're going to pay 2 different things. You're paying the fee from the exchange, and you're paying a gas fee. That could be a small amount. It could be a large amount. It just depends. Okay, so heads up for my people who gave the 1s and the 2s earlier. With Ethereum specifically, because that's the number 2 crypto, okay? With Ethereum specifically, you typically would end up paying 2 different fees. The fee to purchase the crypto from that exchange, and also something called gas fees, okay? All right, last thing, type. This is on your Excel spreadsheet, or you write it down for now, whichever one you want to do, okay? Type. Did you buy? Did you sell? Did you earn a reward? Did you trade it for a different cryptocurrency? What did you do? Because again, y'all remember, we must track our stuff. The IRS website told us how we're going to report our crypto assets to the IRS. So if they told us that, we need to execute, right? So I gave y'all this homework. 1, you're going to list every single crypto exchange and hot or cold wallet that you have ever used, including what you have today. Write it down. Type it on an Excel spreadsheet, whatever works for you. Okay. Number 2, you're going to create a crypto tax folder. This needs to be on your laptop. Okay, so you can either put it on the cloud, your what's that? The Google thing. I got it, child. I can't even think of it. Y'all can help me out. You know what I'm talking about? The Google thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you go upload different files and create folders and all this stuff. That thing. Okay. You can put it up on there, wherever. Make sure you keep a digital version of this. Okay. So that way you can know how to start tracking your transactions moving forward. All right. Next part of this homework, you're going to track one transaction, y'all. The last transaction you made. Use that one. Because we want to practice how we're going to track our transactions moving forward. You want to put the date that you made that transaction. You want to put the asset that you purchased, sold, traded, whatever it was. Okay, put the asset, whether that was Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, HBAR, whatever it was. Thank you, Custom Kennedy. Google Drive, gosh, because I sure couldn't think of it. Golly, so the cloud, Google Drive. I have notes on my iPhone, but I feel like because I do so much with crypto, I can't do that on my phone. So yeah, but they also have the what's it called? Is it files on the iPhone where you can upload an Excel spreadsheet? That's what it is, Custom Kennedy. Because I sure can't remember. But yeah, we want to make sure that we're tracking. Thank you though. So I'm gonna pin this because I sure couldn't think of it. So we're tracking one transaction, the date, the asset, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is, the amount we paid for it on that date, okay, the price at the time of that transaction, how much was that Bitcoin at the time? How much was that Ethereum at the time? Welcome, Jeff. Thank you so very much for liking the live. Welcome, Bam Bam. I see you. Okay, the price. Were there any fees? There's always fees. So how much was those fees? Please put that on that sheet as well. And then the type of transaction that was completed. Okay, whether you bought, whether you sold, whether you traded it for a different crypto, so you exchanged it from Bitcoin to USDC or USDT, or the opposite. Okay, whatever it is. All right, or it was a reward, like you received airdrops or you received rewards from staking. Okay, everybody got the homework. If you got the homework, type homework in the chat. Homework in the chat if you got it. I'm gonna give y'all a second because I know it's a delay. Type homework in the chat if you got it. Custom Kennedy got it. Wade got it. Okay, cool. Cool. Now, this isn't about perfection, y'all. It's just pretty much about reducing future stress. Okay, so I know it may sound like a lot right now, but I'm telling you, if you start doing it today and you're consistent with doing it, it's gonna save you a whole lot of heartache and a whole lot of time later. Okay, so that's it. That's it. We don't have. I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap this up, y'all. Tomorrow for my people. Thank you so very much for the rose. I appreciate you, Jeff. For the people who have been tuning in to the recap, the breakdown of the Richest Man in Babylon book. I've been talking about this for 3 sessions so far. Thank you, Miss Martine. I got you. Okay, she got the homework. So I've been talking about the Richest Man in Babylon. We've gone over 3 sessions, right? My screen went. That's too funny, Wade. Oh, quit playing with me. Miss Martine has been watching for 300 minutes. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Awesome. Okay. So tomorrow I'll be live at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central for my people who can tune in. I got it. There's some people who get on here that are at work and you cannot communicate. It's okay. Don't worry about it. If you can show up, I just don't want you to get in trouble at your job. Okay. You know, don't get in trouble. Okay. But if you can tune in, that would be great. We're talking about chapter 4, the goddess of good luck. We're breaking that down, okay? Because the goal is to help every single one of us to apply those principles from that book as modern day investors. Okay. So if you've been enjoying those lives, then you can tune in tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Central, and that is 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay. So at the end of the day, y'all, crypto taxes aren't scary. Okay. You know, they're scary because sometimes the system does appear to be complex. We don't understand it. And unfortunately, there are people who wait until panic hits. And that's the reason why it's just like, okay. That's the reason why it's like that. It's okay if you slow down and you build a simple system You're going to protect your future self. Okay. And that's what I hope everybody is in a position to do now. So tune in tomorrow for the Richest Man in Babylon breakdown. If you are not going to be there for that because you have other things to do, that's great. Have a great weekend. And then I'll see you on Tuesday for the next Crypto 101. Prayerfully, I can have Jessica on here. So as a tax preparer and crypto investor herself, she can break down the different things that we can do to help us with saving on our taxes, okay? Doing different things like tax loss harvesting and whatnot. She can break that down for y'all. All right, so that's it. I'm done. Y'all have a great day or great night, great weekend. If I don't see y'all until next week, and I'll continue answering questions about cryptocurrency via my page and when I go live. All right. So I'm gonna leave y'all my favorite quote, and that's from the legend. His name is Arthur Ashe, and he says to start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Y'all have a great one. Thank you so very much for the rose. I appreciate